Hey guys, NV here, and in this video, I want to show you a really cool brush technique. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and create a new document. I'm going to keep my settings as they are. Click Create. I want to flip my foreground black here to the back. So with the X key, just making the background black. Control and backspace will fill that in with black. I'm going to tap the D key on our keyboard to default our foreground and background. And I'm going to go down to the fill and adjustment icon right here. Select solid color. I'm just going to leave that like it is. Click OK. Double click on color fill 1. Name it, I don't know, a stick. Name it stick. Why not? And I'm going to create another one. And we'll select on this one a darker green, something like that. Somewhere around there. Click OK. Name this vines. And I'm going to select both of these. Select keep on vine, hold control, select stick, hold alt and shift, click on this folder. I'm going to name this FX Technique. Sure, I spelled that right. Looks like it's about right. And click OK. And I'm just going to put this in a folder like that. And what I want to do is select this mask, hold control, tap the I key. I want to invert the mask on both of these. And I'm going to select the stick mask, tap the B key on our keyboard, get our brush tool here, our brush, and I want to set it to about, I don't know, 55. Hardness, about maybe 80, somewhere around there. And I already have some styles made because I can't remember the settings to save my life. What I'm going to do is show you what I've used. That way it's easier for me. So in the pattern here, it's right here in Legacy, Patterns and More. And if you don't see that, you click the gear icon and select Restore to Default or Restore Default Patterns. Now, if you have your own folders in here, it will not affect that. It only adds its own folders in here and leaves yours alone. So don't worry about, it won't remove yours if you have your own. And the pattern I selected here was this one right here. And in CS6, I can't remember how to load that one. It won't say Legacy though. You should be able to click the gear icon and you should be able to select it down here. It should say color patterns or something like that. Okay. Or color paper, sorry. And in color overlay, here's the value. You can copy the value. Blend mode, I have to hard light. Inner glow, it's just black, so it's all zeros. And size, 25. Choke at 3. Actually, I could bring that up more. I don't know. We'll play around with it later. And click OK. And now I want to select the vines layer. Go to styles. Select this one right here. That green. Okay. And again, I'm going to break that down. And for the ones that are using CS6, your eyes aren't deceiving you. They are only showing a couple. Reason why is because this version will, if you have a style loaded or set, it will only show the styles that are being used, the effects that are being used. In CS6, it will show them all like this. Okay, just wanted to show you that real quick. Don't know why I canceled it out. But anyway, what I want to do is show you the effect that I have on this one. In shadow, drop shadow, 10 in size. And down here in quality, I have noise set to 2%. Okay. And the color black. Pattern, a little different this time. Same in the color paper. And it will be set here. Type of this like this little green moss looking texture. And blend mode to overlay. Now color overlay. Here's the color value to that. And it is set to color dodge. Okay. Inner glow is again all black. Size 15. Choke 5. And anti-alias and quality checked. And there you go. And when you get those saved, made, you can go ahead and save that style and you can name it vines or whatever you want to name it, and just save your styles, okay, on both of these. I'm going to select the stick mask on the stick layer, tap the B key on your keyboard, and I have it set about 55, okay, and the settings are default, and your foreground should be white. And I'm going to click right here. I'm going to hold the shift key. That's going to give me let me paint out a straight line like this and release. I'm going to zoom in here. That way we have like a little stick. I name it a stick because I really don't know what to call it. It looks like a broom handle to me, but whatever. Um, so now I'm going to go ahead and select the vines layer, the mask on the vines layer. And oops. And what I want to do now is set the brush size a little smaller, say about 25, something like that. Hardness to about 80 or 85%, somewhere around there. I'm going to go to the brush settings right here, and I want to change it. It says 15, but I want to change it to 10. It's normally 25, but I want mine at 10. And dynamics, I want to go to fade. Usually it's 1%, but I want to make it, say, about 700. We'll try that. And what I want to do is just come in here, start right here on the edge right here, and just paint this little, oops, let me redo that. Select my mask here. Click and just drag up like so. And just kind of do things like that right there. Okay? You redo that though. Something like that. Okay? Now, I don't like how that did though. I'm trying not to let my perfectionist stuff get in the way, but it does anyway. Never a surprise. And we can just go in here and paint in things like this. And I'm going to duplicate this layer, hide and hold control. Make sure your background is black. Again, using the X key. Hold control, tap the backspace. That's going to delete that mask that I had here. And I want to go ahead to styles and I want to add this one here as well. I'll change the color to this to like a blue of some sort. Something like that. Actually, let me redo that. Set it to a blue. Keep it out right here. Here's the value. We were probably going to change it in a minute. And again, I will break it down to show you the thing I used. It's the same one as the green, by the way. It's no different than the green. Same pattern and everything. So you don't have to change anything, but only in color overlay, we have it set to a blue. Okay. And in this one as well, inner glow. Okay. And it's set to about 7. And in quality, I have 75. In blend mode, color dodge. And inner shadow, the same as the other. Okay. And what I want to do now is zoom in here. And same thing. I want to paint. Same kind of thing I just did. Something like that. Okay. Now I'm going to zoom in here. Pretty close. Go back to my brush settings. And I want to disable fade. Okay. Or we can just keep the fade on and just disable brush dynamic. Go in here. And I want to change the hardness here. I want to make it a little bit softer. I'll say about 50. Try that and see how that looks. Select the green. I'm going to name this vines and then put blue. And then this one here, this one here, I'll just put green. Select our green vines, or vines green, whatever. And make sure your foreground is black. I'm going to go ahead and select this and start masking that away in the front here. And just slowly do that right there, just to the edge, okay? And skip this one, this part here. We go to this one here and do the same thing, okay? Just like so. And skip that one and do this one as well. It's just a little brush technique. It's really fun, but you can do some amazing detail stuff with this. Create some really neat things. Now select our vines blue, our blue vine here. And we're going to mask this part out as well. Or we could just mask this one out. Let's go ahead and mask. Let's see here. Yeah, let's mask this part. Same thing we did with like the green. So, and skip that one. Mask that away like so. Just like that. Same with this. Same thing. And you can be as detailed with this as you want. I'm just trying to show you a technique about how to go about doing this. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom out a little bit. Oops, that is a lot of bit. Zoom back in, and now you can kind of see how it looks like it's wrapped around this stick. It's like vines here, okay? So I wanted to show you that because I thought that was a pretty cool effect. I do a lot of things like this, but a lot of special effects. It's just more of the illusion of the eye, and it's some really cool tricks. A lot of it is brush tricks and highlights and shading to create depth that it's actually wrapping around. See, for example, this part here. And if I hadn't used a soft edge brush, if I'd have just went hard and did that, and then go back here, you can see it just doesn't look right. Now it just looks silly. Now, if I made my brush super soft, I'm gonna alt click on this and just do that right there. It just, oops, creates a lot of depth. See that? You can have it really looking like it's really stretching around there. You have your brush bigger even, and just again, just have it really, really detailed. So it's pretty cool stuff you can do here just by doing that right there, that kind of technique. See that? So no limit to the imagination, to say the least. And I thought it was a pretty cool trick. And you can do some pretty cool things with this. So what I'm going to do with the green, I'm going to get rid of it and I want to redo it because I just want to. I'm going to try 15 times. Try it from here. See what happens. Let's go to our brush settings. Don't go back to brush dynamics. And I'll keep it at, let's try about 900. Zoom out here. And try to do it this way. Whoops. Make sure your foreground's white. Try that again. Make my brush a little bigger. Say 20. Something like that. And same process the way we removed, just disable that. Going back to our layers and reverse your mask because you don't want to see it, so you make it black. And what we can do, change the softness again about 50. Actually, I'm going to make it about 20 this time. And just mask that away. Just like so. Skip that one. Same thing. Just to create more depth. Make it like it's really swinging around, wrapping around this. Make sure that I'm the right thing here. Something like that. Zoom out. Oops. And you can kind of see the effect. I should have had it wrapping around and come around this way is what I should have done, but I didn't. It's still really cool. I really like it. What I'm going to do is, since I said that, I'm going to go ahead and redo it. Why? Because I can. And it's fun to do this. It really is fun to do this. I enjoy doing this a lot. So this time, I'm going to kind of start from here. Actually, I'm going to maybe crank this up to about, say, 950. Select on this, make sure our foreground is white. Kind of seeing how this is going. I'm going to go this way this time, I think. Yeah. Not quite as crazy. Hopefully we'll have room to, there we go. That might not look too good. There we go. Something like that. And I know my perfectionist is getting in the way. I knew it would. It's impossible for it not to. Go ahead and disable that. Make our foreground black, as you can see. Oh, and I had my brush. I didn't have the hardness up. Whoops. That was my mistake. I'm going to set that to 85. I knew it looked a little soft, but I didn't really think about it. I'm going to go ahead and make this 1,000 this time since we're redoing it. And I do hope you're enjoying this because this is pretty fun. It's a really neat effect and it's refreshing to do this. It really is. We'll set my foreground to white. And it's just very enjoyable. I'm just going to go around here. Oops, I need to zoom out because I don't have enough room here. This is just very refreshing to do. And it's so much fun. And you can do so many cool things with this. It's just no limit to what you could do here. Now this might look a little weird. I know it won't. So what I want to do, go back to the brush settings again. And by the way, this stuff, doing this kind of thing here is repetition. You're going to be doing a lot of this type of thing if you're into this, these kinds of effects. And I'm going to size my brush up a little bit, just a little, and just make sure our foreground's black and just mask this out. Just like so. Okay. Just like that. Same one with this part here. Mask that away. Just like that. There we go. Same thing. Again, this is repetition. You will be doing this so many times if you're doing these kinds of things, and you'll start figuring it out. It'll be muscle memory at that point. But I'm going to zoom back out here and you can see the effect. Like I said, you can do some cool stuff with it. And this is just some kind of weird texture I chose. You can make this like scales. I mean, it can look like a snake or a lizard or whatever. And if you're really artistic, you can actually make the complete snake. I've never tried it. I could try to give it a go. I'm not in this video, I can tell you that much, because it'll turn into a comedy skit. But you can make this like iron or stone and make it look like stone wrapping around it. There's just no limit to what you can do here. And I do like how it turned out. And I'm actually going to go ahead and save this. Make sure I spell this right because I'm not sure if yeah, it looks about right. I'm going to name it FX Technique 1. Click save. Go to Files, JPEG, and OK. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And again, this was really fun. And again, if you like the styles that you made, that you copied from me here, just save them. And you can name them like they are here if you want. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up here. Let me put a 1 here. I'm going to go up to here and save. Boop. And I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up here. And until next time, I will see you in another video.